Welcome to my channel Livestock Products Technology once again after a break. Today I am back with a new topic, utilization of fishery byproducts. Earlier we had several lectures on fish processing and preservation. We have discussed different methods of preservation and different kind of processing of fish. Now in all this process we will get several kind of byproducts. So we can say fish processing byproducts, or sometimes also called fishery byproducts or fish processing waste. So this I am going to cover in two lectures. Today's lecture will be more in general and introductory. I will discuss today overall what are the different kind of byproducts, what are their nature and percentage, their composition, and how they can be utilized in a different kind of value added products. And also I will discuss briefly about different pros and cons, advantages and benefits about processing these byproducts. Let us see briefly about fish processing and the source of byproducts. In general, 55% of fish is processed. It means 55% is really organized processing and goes for making different kind of processed fish. Remaining goes for household consumption in a small marketing or household marketing. Most common in industrial fisheries and with larger species, as I mentioned, only in the large scale industrial processing and large species we can consider all these byproducts to be collected and processed into valuable products. Less processing in small scale fisheries. Wherever there is small scale fisheries, there is no proper processing, so directly it is marketed as such. With a smaller species, about 20 to 80% waste generated. The component of fish waste was examined in terms of head and gut together, that makes around 75% of the total waste. Then bone makes around 16% and meat scrap makes 6% and blood is about 3%. So this is the composition of fish waste. Utilization of fish processing waste. The majority of fish waste, as I told earlier, head and gut makes around 75%, and mostly it comes from organized industry of fish processing, especially from frozen surimi production or canning industry, or when there is large scale preparation of smoked fish, etc. It is estimated that most of the waste material is utilized as fish meal for livestock feeding, especially poultry and in pig farming. The utilization of seafood processing waste required efficiency improvement. In an industrial basis, if we really have to utilize, we need proper facilities and efficiency, because all these raw materials are potentially pathogenic in nature, high in water content, so they will spoil very quickly, and they are high in fat, so undergo quick auto oxidation, and also high in enzyme activity, so that leads to autolysis. So it needs proper efficiency of processing. Here we can see major fish processing byproducts or waste. As I said, the head is the major part. Then there is viscera is the other important aspect. Then frames, in case of salmon, etc., the only fillets are taken, then the frames remain, the skeletal part. Sometime roe, that is the fish egg, is a major part, and the skin. In case of large fish, many times skin is removed. So these are some of the important component of fish processing byproducts. Here once again we can see these components. The fillets in case of salmon makes around 45%, so remaining is only byproduct, that is 55%. We can see the salmon where 17% is the head. In case of canned tuna, another 17% is the head. Here we can see the different component in general. On an average, the fish processing in their percentage, the fillet with skinning, it makes around 36 to 37%. That's the major part after removing the skin. The next is the head, which makes around 21.5%. Next, the backbone 15.3%. And then there is gut 7.7, skin 3.3, liver 5%, roe 4%, and fins 6%. So these are the different components in general, irrespective of any species, but it will vary with the species. Here we can see the different byproducts in percent. In case of salmon, the viscera makes 12%, the head makes 10%, the frame is 10%, blood 2%, skin 3.5%, belly flap 1.5%, and trimmings 2%. So this is specific in case of salmon. Here we can see again the different component of byproducts and main fillet and their utilization. So fillet makes around 30 to 56%. In case of salmon, in the previous one I have seen around 40% is the byproduct. So here the head is around 9 to 12%, which can be cleaned and used for making soup or sauce. The frames make 9 to 15%. The trimmings 2 to 20%. Blood less than 2%, which can go for animal feeding along with fish meal. Then viscera 12 to 18%, again it goes as fish meal. The belly flaps 1.5%, and in case of viscera, the liver part can be used for making oil. Then there is skin about 1 to 4%, which can be used for collagen, gelatin, or fish leather. In case of big fish, it is used for making leather. And then the fish scale. So this particular one is about the scaly fish or freshwater fish, and here the scale can be used for making chitin, collagen, or other pharmaceuticals. Here we will see the composition of fish processing waste. As I said, the most of the seafood or the fish processing waste mainly consists of the organs or viscera, head, tail, skin, bone, blood, and other scrap meat, etc. This fish processing byproducts contains mainly lot of proteins and large amount of fat, lot of minerals, and in this fat it contains very good quality fatty acids like palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, and omega-3 fatty acid, which is also called docosahexaenoic acid. So this fish waste contains on an average about 58% protein and 19% fat and a high level of minerals. So this can be processed and made into very valuable products. Now we will see the specific applications of different products prepared from processing of fishery waste. One is as animal feed, like fish meal, a byproduct of fish processing, is a valuable source of protein for aquaculture and other animal feeding. Then fertilizers, fish waste can be used to create fertilizers for agriculture and home gardening, providing essential nutrients for plants. Then biodiesel, fish oil derived from fish processing waste, is a promising feedstock for biodiesel production. Then pharmaceuticals, fish waste can be a source of bioactive peptides and enzymes which have applications in the pharmaceutical industry, and other uses like fish byproducts are also used to produce chitin, collagen, gelatin, and other specialized products like fish glue and fish leather. Now we will discuss about the benefits of utilization of the fish processing waste. Firstly, the reduced waste. By utilizing the fish processing byproducts, the amount of waste going to landfills is significantly reduced. Then there is new economic opportunities. The production of value-added products from fish byproducts can create new economic opportunities and job creation. There is environmental benefits. Reduced waste and the use of renewable resources contribute to a more sustainable and environmentally friendly approach to fish processing. And finally, the circular economy. The utilization of fish byproducts promotes a circular economy where resources are reused and waste is minimized. That's the modern concept. Here we will see the preparation or utilization of different byproducts into different valuable useful products. In case of head, we can get protein hydrolysates, fish oil and hyaluronic acid. From bones, we can get minerals, collagen and fish oil. From scales, we can get chitin, collagen, bioactive peptides. From the fins, we can get collagen, gelatin and fish oil. From the skin, again we can get collagen, hydrolysates, gelatin and bioactive peptides. From trimmings, enzymes, protein hydrolysates. From viscera, we can get lipids, enzymes, protein hydrolysates. And from liver, we can get fatty acids or fish oil. Here we can see the scheme of byproduct processing. All the seafood or fishery byproducts available during processing that undergoes bioconversion process and that release the compounds from the matrix. Then there is green extractions and we get the different ingredients like nitrogenous compounds like proteinaceous, lipid compounds or carotenoids, the polysaccharides and mineral compounds. So all these things can be purified into different kind of very valuable products. Here we can see the possibility of making high value products. In fish, on an average 50% is consumable and another 50% is a waste or byproducts, from which we can make high value products like chitin or chitosan, polypeptides, fish oils, and the major part we can make as a feed or livestock feed. Then we can make enzymes, proteins, gelatin and collagen. Here we will see the fish processing waste utilization, the scope. The fish waste is a rich source of essential amino acids. Thus, all inedible fish waste should be utilized rather than disposed of. The option or scope for using fish wastes are the extracting of biochemical and other pharmaceuticals, produce gelatin from skin and bones, use solid waste in fish meal and oil production, use solid waste in silage production, use solid waste in compost production, use solid waste directly as fertilizer, use solid waste for fish bait or charm, and use solid waste for animal feed. So these are the different scope for utilizing the fish waste by processing. Here we can see a list of byproducts prepared by processing from the fishery waste like fish meal, hydrolyzed fish products, fish oils, minced fish, fish raw, isinglass or pearl essence. So these are some of the important products prepared from the fishery byproducts. Here we can see the byproducts prepared from the shellfish byproduct processing like shells, pearls, animal feeds, chitin, containers, animal feeds and fertilizers, etc. Here we can see a list of products that can be made from fish byproducts. The feed ingredients for aquaculture, for companion animals or for farm animals, that is commonly we say fish meal, which is very important component. Then as fertilizer, as a natural fertilizer, as soil conditioners or as compost. Then there is human ingredients in the right side, that is the fish oil, which is commonly used as a supplement of omega-3 fatty acid, protein powders, protein hydrolysates, mineral supplements, pharmaceuticals and gelatin films. There is industrial uses like fuels or biodiesel, the cosmetics and the biodegradable materials. Here we can see different kind of products prepared by processing the fishery waste, that is the fish meal or gelatin or skin processed or other pellets. Even we can see the fish meal, which is very rich in protein, about 65 to 70%, fat 8 to 12%. So these are very important component in livestock feeding. Here we can see a comprehensive chart showing the use of the waste as a wealth. You can see from the fish skin there is fish glue or leather or gelatin can be made. From the bladder, collagen or fish moss or isinglass can be prepared. From skin and scale, different pharmaceuticals like amino acid supplement, mineral supplement, chitin, chitosan, squalene, peptides or protein supplements. From liver we can make the oil, fish oil, or which is a good source of omega 3 or vitamin D and A. Similarly, the bones can be used as a mineral source, and in general fish waste can be made into fish meal as a source of feeding for aqua, poultry and livestock. Here we can see the modern method of valorization of fish waste, especially by using modern techniques like ultrasound method, which is non-thermal, low energy consumption and cavitation generation. By these methods we can make the extraction of important component from the fish, and we can prepare the high value products from the fish waste. Here we will see the modern high value products that can be prepared from fishery byproducts. One is in the food, supplement and nutritional health area like essential amino acids, functional foods or health foods and peptides. In the biomedical engineering sector like tissue scaffolds, wound healing, drug delivery and other tissue engineering. In the food packaging material like antioxidants, antimicrobial packaging and biodegradable films, it can be developed. And in case of cosmetic industry like skin brightening, pore reducing, wrinkle reducing or moisturizer. Here we will see the production of biodiesel from fishery waste. So all the fish waste, as we have discussed, different kind of parts like head, gut, scales, intestine. In general, everything has got a lot of lipid or fat. So that lipid has to be extracted and then it undergoes transesterification by modern techniques, and finally we can make biodiesel from all the fishery waste. Now we are at the end of today's lecture. So today's topic is overall about utilization of fish processing waste. As a introductory lecture, I am going to have another separate lecture on specific products processing from the fish waste. So today we have discussed what are the fish waste, what are their components and how they can be utilized, and their different applications or utilization and their benefits, and we have discussed how it is going to help in the better utilization of the resources and benefiting the fish production and economy. Thank you.